How's it going, guys? Lameboy Classic back again. This video is going to be a bit different. I don't plan on doing a review, or at least the main reason for the video today is not for a review. Although, something I did want to cover before we do get into what the main reason for the video is today, which is going to be a bunch of unboxing of different things that I've received in the mail recently. You know, I would do a pickups video or something like that, but you know, with COVID, trying my best not to go out unless it's entirely necessary. When it comes to what I want to do beforehand, though, all I want to do right now is kind of talk about some of the games that I've been playing on the 3DS. And as a lot of you know, a lot of games so far have been ported from the 3DS as well as the Wii U to the Switch, and a lot of people have. I mean, it's been very mixed. A lot of people feel like it's a lazy tactic. You know, I mean, with the Wii U, I personally feel like it was a failed console. Anyone would tell you that. I mean, it's got the lowest sales in Nintendo history for a system, unless you count the Virtual Boy, but I wouldn't really count that as a home console, really, anyway. But to get back on track, with 3DS games, particularly being ported to Switch, a lot of you will notice, if you have played certain games like Sushi Striker or The World Ends With You, or even Captain Toad, a lot of them seemed like they had controls that weren't able to really be utilized within the Switch's hardware. And I wasn't fully aware of that when I first got the Switch, and really didn't think about it, I guess. And I've gotten two of the games that I just mentioned, both being Sushi Striker and Captain Toad, which I liked both of them pretty well on the Switch, especially Captain Toad. I really enjoyed that game, which is what the music is from here in the background, if you haven't heard it yet. Otherwise, I'm sure all of you probably have it drilled into your heads just as much as I do after playing the game. Now, all jokes aside, I do want to say that both of these games on the Switch are good. However, I do feel like at the beginning of playing these games, you know, the controls didn't seem optimal, and you know, maybe like they were made for a different system. And if any of you felt that way about these games, or any game that may have been on a different system prior to, just remember that, you know, you really might want to go ahead and try it out on that other system if you have that system, or I mean, if it's that important to you and it seems like something you would really like, something you want to delve into. I do implore you to go ahead and pick it up on that system before just giving up, you know, selling it to your local game store and just, you know, wiping your hands of it. Because one thing that I came up with this theory when I had finished Captain Toad on the Switch, and I thought to myself, oh, well, you know what? It was also on the 3DS, and, you know, there was a game that I, you know, didn't end up liking as much as I thought I would, that, you know, I ended up getting rid of, that, you know what, I might have really liked if I had tried it on the 3DS. So recently I picked up both Captain Toad Treasure Tracker and Sushi Striker on the 3DS, which are both Nintendo titles. A lot of people don't know that Sushi Striker was also, I can't remember if it was just published or, but Nintendo had a part in it being made. It actually might be a first-party game. I can't remember, though. Anyway, I picked up both the games, and having played both of them on the DS, despite also playing them on the Switch, I just wanted to compare them, and since I can't really get video of the 3DS at this point unless I'm hovering my phone over, you know, the DS itself, and I feel like that would be cheating you guys of a quality video. So I'm not going to do that, and that's the kind of reason that I'm melding these two things together. It's the reason that I am doing my pickups video or mail video, and also at the beginning I do want to talk about these two games at the very least. Both of the games controlled so much better when playing it on the 3DS. So if you do have a 3DS and you want to play a game that wasn't particularly optimized to the Switch, really look it up. You know, you pick up a game and you play through it, and you're like, wow, I really like the art style. I really like the way that the game looked and the way then the story and everything. But you know, the gameplay itself, I couldn't really get the controls. And if that's the case, I implore you to go ahead and, before you get rid of that game, look up if it was on another system, because what Nintendo's doing a lot now is, you know, bringing those 3DS games that didn't get a lot of attention, or Wii U games, onto the Switch. And I don't fault them at all for that, because, you know, it's made money in the past. Captain Toad was top 25, I mean, shortly after being released, of best-selling games. I can't fault them for that. So with that, I do just want to let you guys know, if you do pick up something and you don't end up liking the controls, just look up if it had a 3DS or a Wii U release and try it out there. And, you know, if not, you know, at least I've given some type of warning, because this is something that I definitely did quite a few times, and now going back and playing these two games, I'm really glad that I did. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the footage of me unboxing all these things, and I hope you enjoy it. So, I had to talk about these two games, even though it's not a full review and I really couldn't get the video like I wanted to. That's something that you could go back and look at to potentially give games another shot. So, if I've helped in any way, I'm happy. Now, you guys go enjoy all the videos of me unboxing my mail.
Okay, I know what this is. Very excited for this. As you know, the Game Boy Classic is not backlit, and a lot of people didn't love it because for that reason. But I mean, it's a part of the charm, I think, and you know, there were so many cool accessories to prevent that. But you know, nowadays you get people selling the first-party accessories for a lot of money, because you know, a lot of people try and get them complete in box now, and you know, it's the nature of the beast, I suppose. I mean, this is pristine. I'm happy with that. Went back and forth with the owner on price a little bit, but came to the agreeable price of $35 for this one. Had it up for $40, I think. I did pay the shipping though, so around $40 total. But check it out. Really cool history. The game itself was, you know, lent out to other licensing characters. For example, you could play the same game in the Japanese version as Mickey Mouse, but it's the exact same game. They did nothing different other than add enemies that Mickey would have rather than Bugs Bunny. And it's funny, but you could actually play other variations of the game, not the first one, but as time went on, they continued that.
Open off camera, there are a couple things that I got off of Instagram.
It was just in a loose box, but it is completely sealed. Yeah. But definitely want to be able to show you the box and everything here, because it's a pretty good copy. I mean, especially considering, you know, the price tag was under, you know, $30. It's got plastic around the entire thing. Other than the top. The top, it looks like you can take it out, but I had no idea it was partially sealed. Look at that. That is a pretty copy. Real damage. Really the only damage that I can see on it here is just this front part here. That tear. It is a new day. I didn't just change clothes because I felt like it. Come on. This is an odd box. How it looks. Yeah, it looks like a cut up bigger box. Not even any, look at that. Not even any bubble wrap, nothing. Just in this big old box. As you can see, you know, there's edge wear. This one's probably the worst one there. You can see. It's not great. It's not focusing, but there's some wear on the corners. I mean, overall, I mean, I'm not mad that I bought it because I did end up getting that manual on a claim sale over Instagram. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it.